Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I'm just kidding. I set up this camera. I'm just gonna hold it like this. A seller asked me recently, why don't we just price it higher and see what happens? It's a fair question. And what's the worst that could happen? Well, quite a bit, actually. One of the first conversations I have with almost every seller is about price, and I completely understand why. For most people, their home is their largest financial asset. They worked very hard for it. They've invested money into it. They've made memories there. So naturally, they want to get every dollar they can possibly get. And honestly, that's exactly what I want for them too. But here's where things get interesting. Sometimes the strategy people think will make them more money actually ends up costing them thousands. And today, I want to explain why. Now let's clear something up first. Pricing correctly does not mean giving your house away. It doesn't mean settling. It doesn't mean listing below value. Those are completely different things. When I recommend a price, I'm trying to position your home to where buyers see the value. Because buyers don't buy based on what we hope the home is worth. They buy based on what they believe it's worth compared to every other house they've looked at. And today's buyers have more information than ever before. Within minutes, they can compare price, photos, square footage, condition, and location. They're incredibly informed. And here's something many people don't realize. Your listing, it has a honeymoon period. The first week or two, that's when everyone notices it. Every buyer who's been waiting, every realtor with active clients, everyone receives that notification. There's excitement, there's curiosity, people schedule showings. That initial attention is incredibly valuable. But here's the catch. Buyers immediately decide it's overpriced. They usually don't come back, even if you reduce the price later, because psychologically, they've already crossed it off their list. Let's pretend you're shopping for a car. You see one priced $8,000 higher than similar ones. What's your first thought? It's probably, they're asking too much. So you don't schedule a test drive and you move on. Home buyers think the exact same way. They aren't trying to offend anyone. They're simply comparing value. Sometimes sellers think, it's okay, we'll just negotiate. But if the buyer never even walks through the front door, there's nothing to negotiate. They've already eliminated that home online and in their heads. Now, something else starts happening. Your home sits, days on market increase. Buyers start asking themselves, well, what's wrong with it? Why hasn't anyone bought it? Even if nothing is wrong. Then the price reductions begin. And now, instead of looking like a new listing, it looks like a listing that's sitting, struggling. This is why I often tell my sellers, the first price reduction is usually the cheapest one. Waiting can become so much more expensive. Now, here's the part that surprises people. Pricing at market value actually creates competition. You got more buyers, more showings, multiple offers, and better negotiation position. That's how sellers often end up getting top dollar. Not because they started high, but because buyers felt their home was worth pursuing. This is something I always tell my sellers and my buyers. This home is worth what someone will pay for it. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. The goal isn't just to simply list your home. If you want to sell your house, the goal is to sell your house. The goal is to create enough excitement that buyers want to compete for it. Price isn't just a number. It's also a marketing strategy. And when it's done correctly, it becomes one of your biggest advantages and the best way to make the most money. All right, next week in the Seller Masterclass, we're gonna talk about something I think is just as important, and it's everything I'd do if I had to sell my house tomorrow. Because trust me, there are several things I'd do before I ever put that sign in the yard. See you then.